When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cyclones will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Working that left side now. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Rides the back on the option, the give. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete...
Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
He'll return it. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cyclones in the hurry up.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, set.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Sneaks it into the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Stands in and takes the hit. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Slips through the line. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Guys, sometimes they call this hidden yardage, and the punt return man set them up with a first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Iowa State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Garrett. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He might want another play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got a man. It's Garrett. Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the secondary.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll try the run. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They get to him as he throws.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Pulls and fires complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Cyclones pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gonna look downfield again. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Cyclones didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On third down, he drops to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got it in the middle. It's Garrett. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Finds his man in the middle. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Pulls it in. It's Garrett. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The play-action fake. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Complete to the left. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
And the Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. Smashes through the tackle. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller.
Going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They're working that left side. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the catch at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open.
Oh, he's got some space. Lowers those pads. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Hit as he throws. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going right to work up top. He's got an open man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop. Return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Off the play fake. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Hauls it in. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Probably the only people upset about going for it on fourth down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on fourth down.
Got it in the middle. It's Lane. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And the Cyclones back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
The Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Oh, they're after him. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Dead center perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get...
Turning it on! Smashes through the tackle. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's a phenomenal effort on third down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You got to love that.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Tulane. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Cyclones! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Takes it on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs. And
there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Let's go. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
the offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got a little space. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Bobo. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. After picking up a couple of 1st downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.